welcome back to Rating the List, where we review, discuss, and reimagine popular movie lists objectively. We're your hosts. I'm Jerry.
And I'm Brad, and on this episode, we'll be exploring number 89 from Ranker's The Top 90 Heist Movies of All Time as of January 1st, 2025.
All right, and our number 89 is Cutthroat City, released in the year 2020, directed by RZA, written by P.G. Kushiri, edited by Joe D'Agostine. Cinematographer was Brandon Cox, starring Shameik Moore, Demetrius Shipp Jr., and Denzel Whitaker.
In the wake of Hurricane Katrina, four boyhood friends, out of options, reluctantly accept an offer to pull off a dangerous heist in the heart of New Orleans.
Okay. I was disappointed in this movie. I feel like it could have been more.
Yeah, I think this was I really like movies that have something to say, and this movie really had something to say about
Hmm.
the socioeconomic situation in New Orleans, especially after Katrina. I thought there was a lot to say there, but I think this movie had too much to say.
Yeah, it just kind of
And
got
and
lost.
it got really muddled.
Yeah, really muddled. You kind of lost sight of what the heist was
Hmm.
all about, why they were. I think they were so focused on the why, it kind of a lot of the plot got lost
Yeah,
in the
and
middle of that.
the ending is just what?
Yeah, I think it was trying to target too many issues at
Hmm.
once.
I agree.
I think they should have really just focused on one thing. Maybe this the main character's like individual struggle
Hmm.
and left it at that, but there was just so much going on. Really, really a good cast,
All right. Yeah,
really great actors.
I thought all the performances were really good.
Yeah,
I even found out when I was looking stuff up that the female detective,
yeah,
the she's just she's like a Argentinian like singer. I don't even, she's not really like known for her acting. I thought she was really good.
really. She
Yeah,
was really good. They all
yeah,
were.
yeah,
Um, Let me see here. Yeah, like I felt like it had a lot to say and it just missed the mark. I,
yeah. And I thought they captured a lot of things really well, like the brutality of living in the Ninth Ward,
mhm,
especially after Katrina, how hard
for
it was.
sure, how fa hard it was to get a job.
Yeah, like, you got Blank, he's just trying to do the right thing. He's trying to like,
Mhm.
live off of his art. He's trying to raise his family and he's trying to do the right thing. He just kind of gets thrust into this, which happens unfortunately a lot in
Yeah,
like these lower, socioeconomic areas. Like there's no other way but crime.
yeah, yep,
Like he's like completely out of options.
yeah. It's like that's all he could do.
So you totally understand where he's coming from. The thing that
Yeah,
then there was like a weird thing where like he's always reluctant about it, and then like when they do like the bank robbery, he's like gung ho about it. I'm like that
yeah.
that that
It took a leap of character for
yeah, it's
that.
like this like it's like that's out of character. Like I
Hmm.
can understand him needing to do it again, but like he's just like all of a sudden he's like I'm all about the thug life, and you're like that's not the character that's been
Mm-mm.
portrayed this entire film,
No,
and
no.
it got weird, and then like the ending where he dies is this like is that the real ending or is that the ending in his comic book or graphic novel or whatever it is that he's discussing with the
Mm,
detective? It's like it's not clear enough what is reality and what's not. Like the only thing you know for sure at the very end is, when, they kind of do the switch of who the crime lord is at the very end. Like, that's real, but like the other stuff, one could happen and one could not have happened. It's like it's hard to tell what's going on.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just really confusing.
yeah.
And
And it
I
was
watched it a
like,
second time, by the way. I just watched the ending a second time to try to
yeah,
figure
just
it
to
out.
go,
And
wait, what
a
happened?
second
Yeah,
time through didn't help me at all.
yeah. I also felt like the way they handled their buddy dying.
Mm,
Um, Spoiler alert, sorry everybody. But
yeah.
like it was, I don't know, it didn't feel like how those characters would have handled it.
Well, I think they're kind of forced into it. Like
Yeah,
they can't take him to the hospital, right? Because he,
right.
you know, that like one of the they're one of the four guys gets injured really badly during the heist, the initial heist that they're kind of set off to pull off. So they can't just take him to the hospital
No, that's
because
true.
anytime someone's taken to the hospital with a gunshot, the police are called, regardless of why it happened or whatever. It's they're always called because
And
they
then it was like was it Terrence Howard that like popped up as like
yeah he's
the main,
like a he's like the crime he's the crime lord.
yeah, it just felt
He's
really,
kind of like he's like the unofficial mayor of the Ninth Ward is basically kind of what it is, and
yeah,
like the council member and the police, they kind of let things go in terms of crime or whatever. They just kind of look the other way as long as there isn't too much of it and it doesn't extend out into the more middle class areas
right.
of the like as long as it's like kind of confined, they let it happen.
And then Ethan Hawke came out of nowhere. I was like, oh,
Yeah, he's really good
he's very good in the movie. He's
as the
very
council
good.
member. Yeah,
Yeah, he's really good. But yeah, I feel like I don't know if it was the story itself that could have done with a rewrite. I don't know.
I
Because
just
I
think
really think that the
I think the
talent was
story I
there.
think the story's fine. I think it's just they tried to cover too much and it got a little too preachy on some of it. I think a lot of it would have just come through organically and watching
Mhm.
the story
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think they were trying really hard and I appreciated the fact that the movie had something to say and it wasn't just, your run of the mill heist movie,
Hmm.
but execution wise it was lacking just a little for me.
Yeah. I agree. I felt the same way. Um, I feel like it could have been a really good story and it just fell
Hmm.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think that happens with a lot of these heist movies is
Hmm.
there's a fine line between a really good heist movie and a mediocre heist movie, unfortunately. And this one kind of unfortunately falls into the mediocre category. It's not a bad movie.
Hmm.
You're not going to be disappointed watching it. You're just going to kind of leave it going, hmm,
Yeah.
hmm,
And also I feel like the definition of heist itself has gotten kind of
muddled.
muddled
Hmm.
because honestly, was this a heist movie?
It is because the reason they come together is to rob that casino.
Right. That's
And,
true.
I mean, it's a driving force of the movie, so it belongs on the list.
Okay.
It's not
But
like
yeah.
some heist movies where there's like this, like there's a huge planning stage and then like
Hmm.
kind of an aftermath. It's just kind of it's it's there.
Yeah.
And there's a movie that's going to be coming upcoming that we're going to be discussing that I think shouldn't be on this list for that very reason that you're talking about.
Yeah, so for our side list, I watched The Bling
Well,
Ring.
yeah, we watched a few movies. Like we watched I watched a couple too. I'm like I took this off the list because it's not a heist movie.
Yeah,
Like
same with Bling Ring. Like it was basically just a movie about people robbing shit. There
yeah,
was
so
no plan, there was no foresight, there was nothing,
yeah. Yeah,
you
there's a
know?
difference between like crime and a
Hmm.
heist. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
like I so basically like the way I came up with the side list was looking at other lists other than the one that we're doing. This is usually how we do it. And I try to find like stuff that's not on that list but is
Hmm.
on other lists and I kind of compiled it that way.
Yeah.
So that takes like a little bit of time, but I mean, we've already like I think like maybe half dozen. we've knocked off so far.
Yeah.
Like we've watched
What
them.
was
We're
that
like,
one I just watched? It was with Johnny Depp. It was an older movie. Johnny Depp, he plays like a real life, it's like a real life story. Oh God, Public Enemy, maybe?
oh, Public Enemies. Yeah, he plays John Dillinger.
Yeah, and that really was not a
That's
heist
again,
movie.
that's a crime movie.
It's a crime, high crime movie, and
Yeah,
it's
but
good,
yeah,
but it's not a heist movie.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
But yeah, we're gonna be running into a lot of that, I think.
I think so too. Like
Uh,
like our side list is gonna get keep getting smaller as we knock stuff off.
yeah. Like if we
I
were doing a mobster gangster movie,
mm,
that would probably make the list. It's somewhere,
yeah.
you know.
By the
But
by the way,
yeah.
I found two movies to add. So that's just a
Did you? Well,
side
I
list.
saw that advertised. Did you see the trailer I sent you?
Yeah, that doesn't come out till the summer though. But
Oh,
I
okay.
found two. I found one. The other actually I've added three since the last time we
Well,
talked
you
about
got to
the side
send me the
list.
new list.
I know. But I found one like watching a YouTube video about that Irish one I was telling you about.
Mm.
And then
Oh,
I
yeah.
found two more today and doing some research
Oh
on
boy.
movies we're
We
going to be
gotta
discussing.
stop it at some point, Brad.
I know, but I mean this list is long. This is 90, so
Yeah,
we're gonna be able to catch up, I think. We're gonna
I
be able to
hope
watch
so.
a we're gonna be able to watch a significant portion of the side list, I think.
Okay. Well, yeah. Oh, I see my popo.
Yeah, he's over there sleeping.
Yeah, he's sleeping.
Um,
Sweet boy. Okay, so how did we rank this movie?
I gave it a 55. You gave it a 46.5. So the list score was 50.75. So kind of
Yeah.
middle of the road.
Yeah. Yeah. I I I honestly gave a lot of weight to when I was doing my scoring. I've been giving a lot of weight to does it capture my attention?
Hmm.
Because heist movie
Has to.
it has to grab you,
Yeah, like
right?
to me, a heist movie is a complete failure if it doesn't do that. Like
Yes. Yes.
it's supposed to be a little bit of a spectacle, and you have to be paying attention. Like if it's a good heist movie, you want the audience paying attention because they're gonna, okay, oh, okay, I've got what's going on, but is there something else going on? And is someone gonna backstab someone else? Or how is like they've got, this is, when they planned it out, that's like, you know, the perfect scenario. How is this gonna, what's gonna happen if this thing goes wrong?
Yeah, The Collector,
Mm,
the whole time I
great.
was
Yeah,
enthralled,
the whole time.
focused. This movie,
I don't think we talked at all when we watched that.
no, we didn't. Well, we were busy watching subtitles and
but
also like
but it was
engaged in the
just, yeah, we were
movie.
really engaged in it. I mean, a lot of time when we're watching these movies, some of them we've seen before, so
Yes,
we'll just kind of
yeah.
talk through
Yeah.
stuff.
But
But
this movie, I found myself
mm,
doing other shit.
I agree.
So, which is unfortunate because I
Yeah,
feel like it had a lot
I
to
can
say.
always tell when I know you're watching something and you're texting me. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a low score on this one.
Yeah, there's one movie on here that we're actually, yeah, that
Yeah, I know.
I checked out in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah, so
I have thoughts on that one as
yeah,
well.
yeah. All right. So, if you have seen Cutthroat City and you would like to let us know how you felt about it, please comment on our video. If you would like to email us directly, please do so at ratingthelist@gmail.com. But I think that's it for now. I'm Jerry,
I'm Brad.
and we're rating the list. We'll see you next time. Bye.